All right, welcome back to GMK. Check this out, a grand old time at the Kansas Wheat Festival. Everything, though, coming to an end yesterday. An event that goes on throughout the week. Just so much fun down in Wellington. Of course, y'all know that's where I'm from. But it's cool to see all these people. Just a big old crowd, hundreds of people lining the streets of downtown, just checking out the parade. They even have, it's kind of funny to talk about like Kansas festivals. Like they have their cow chip throwing contest, and when I say cow chip, I really mean like a legit cow chip. They have bed races and just all sorts of festivities. And my other favorite part, though, the people. Our own Phil White, who used to work here, a reporter here at KAKE, he was in the parade walking it for the bowling alley. So we had the bowling pins here, and they're handing out like these stress relief bowling balls. It was just kind of epic, very quintessential Wellington, if you will. But hey, in our Cooking with KAKE segment this morning, I'm so excited because we have some more Wellington pride. This is a classmate of mine, actually. This is Mike Castaneda, and it's so exciting because you're just an amazing chef. You're so cool. I
appreciate it. Thank you.
His stuff online, like go and check him out right now, and you'll be drooling by the end of this because you'll just be like, oh my gosh, why isn't he making dinner for me? But you were on the Food Network. You were in a competition there.
Yes.
And we've seen you just do amazing things since then. Not that you weren't amazing before, but I'm just like, oh my gosh. So
I try to get better.
Hey, no, it's all good. So this morning, though, we're talking about barbecue and making the perfect rib.
Absolutely.
So what do we have to do?
What I wanted to do is I wanted to show you a base rub that I want to use.
Yeah.
Of course, you can add a million other things to this, but the base we're going to start with is a little bit of kosher salt and black pepper, and that's generally any kind you're going to use. Anytime you have like a Texas barbecue, this is pretty much all you're getting.
Got it.
They might add a little onion and garlic, which is what I'm going to do as well, but this right here is celery salt. And one thing you'll notice is when I'm using things like this, like garlic powder, I'll use garlic powder instead of garlic salt because you start adding extra sodium, you're going to really just overkill your palate on that.
And that's not fun.
Absolutely.
You want ribs that rock.
Yeah, so this is onion powder. And the thing is, you want to kind of be careful with this stuff because you may not taste it immediately at first because it kind of needs that chance to hydrate. So that's why it's perfect to throw it on here, let it sit. You get that garlic salt, you immediately get that flavor. People tend to overthrow stuff in here.
Got it.
So to balance all this savoriness, we're going to throw in a little bit of sugar here. This is also going to help with the color. We're going to get that caramelization going, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful.
I didn't know any of this, so this is perfect.
Yeah, and then this is just some ground paprika, and they use quite a bit of this stuff because it gives you that nice red or dark color to it. So really, that is it. I mean, that's the base for what I use here. So you can see it looks pretty good already.
Really good, colorful.
Absolutely.
So when you go and you apply this, what do you need to do? Just go and toss it on there, or do you add something extra?
Well, what I like to do, we'll start right here with the ribs. If you have a paper towel, napkin, something like that, there's this membrane on the back of the ribs, and that's kind of what gives it more of a strong texture. So a lot of people like to pull it off, and this paper towel makes it easy. So if you kind of come in here, slide your finger in, pull that off, and then use something like this to help you just strip that all out real quick. So just like that.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. And I try to keep one hand clean. So I will remove this to make this easier.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
Got to do it like you do at home.
Yeah, absolutely. By that time, I'm already making a mess of everything.
I know, your elbows rubbing everything. You're just like, but it's so good.
The wife is super supportive, so she's like, all right, I'll take care of the dishes.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Get that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
So I add a little bit of mustard. It's supposed to actually help with the texture, the tenderness, things like that. But one thing it also does as well is to help kind of show where you've coated and where you haven't. So I like to kind of go up high because the lower you get, you're kind of going to cake it on in one centralized area.
Sure.
It gets on high, it just kind of spreads out nice and even. So look for your yellow spots. Get it nice and covered.
That's perfect, actually, to have that. I know, I love that, to put the mustard on there.
Yeah, it's super
And it's not like
helpful.
an overwhelming thing.
Exactly. And the thing is, you can see I don't use a ton of mustard here. If you get too much mustard, you can kind of block that smoke. So,
just a little bit.
Yeah, just enough to get it on there.
But you can see the color, so that is like a perfect tip. So
absolutely.
Awesome.
So get this nice and seasoned.
You go and you've been creating some videos online for people to kind of guide them for barbecue, not just ribs, but just a meander of things.
I've done a ton of things. I have a few more coming up, but I teamed up with Hasty Bake out of Tulsa.
Cool.
And we're doing this called Backyard Barbecue School. So it's cool just to go through, and this is a part of my 3-hour ribs. So if you go to my YouTube, my Facebook, foodiemikec.com, which is like all of my social media.
Yeah.
And you'll see how to, take this to the next level.
We want to do that.
Yeah,
so you go and you cook this, and Bada bing, that's it?
Absolutely, yeah, about 3 hours, and you have perfect ribs every single time.
I love it. I love it. It's great. I mean, people, you know, it's so easy to just go and do like a steak or something on the grill, but there's so many different ways that you can go and make it amazing.
Absolutely.
So your videos would be a great guide for it all. But of course, just check
Absolutely.
out his stuff online. I'm telling you, it's really cool. I mean, sitting there, I'm like, oh my gosh, his family, they're so cute to see anyway online, but to just go and see the stuff that they're exploring in their kitchen, pretty cool. So again, FoodieMikeC.com.
Yep.
Yes. Perfect. All right. Well, I appreciate you. I'm so glad that you're here this morning. Again, if you want to go and check out everything with him on Facebook, or you can check out that Backyard Barbecue School on YouTube as well.
Absolutely.
So awesome, Mike. You're great. So glad to have you here.
Thank
Finally,
you.
we've been trying to get him on here for years. I'm
been
telling
tough.
you. So it is time. We'll be right back, everybody.